WWL Louisiana News at 10 starts now.
What an evening it has been. The rain is thankfully moving out of the area, but a lot of streets are still flooded tonight. This is video from Airline Drive and Eagle. You can see cars trying to push through the water, but ultimately many of these streets are just impassable. And we do want to remind you, like we always do not attempt to drive through flood waters. Good evening to you. Hope your night's going well so far. I'm Mike McDaniel. All of that rain poured for hours this afternoon, well into the evening. But what also contributed to street flooding in New Orleans was that offline turbine. Our Rachel Hanley joins us live now from South Claiborne, which is uptown. Rachel, a couple of hours ago, behind you seemed impassable. What is it like now?
Mike, it's looking a whole lot better now. I'm going to step out of the way so you can see. We are actually watching somebody clean a catch basin on South Claiborne here right now. This is South Claiborne heading downtown, as you said, around State Street. Earlier today, the water was very, very deep going all the way across the road, including in this leftmost lane. Now you can see the leftmost lane is actually almost clear. Definitely it was not the case less than 2 hours ago. When we first got here around 8 o'clock, Claiborne was, well, as you said, almost impassable. A few cars were getting through, but almost all of them were deciding to turn around here at State Street. And again, this is a major artery of the city. That was causing a huge traffic backup. There were stopped cars as far as we could see in the other direction. A lot of honking, a lot of frustrated drivers. Looking much, much better now, though. But as you said, we heard from the Sewerage and Water Board in the last hour. They said that the rate that the rain fell tonight was more than the pumps could handle, but also earlier, one of the pump's power sources was taken offline. That's turbine 4. That's the same turbine that went off during that morning of flooding we saw a few months ago when tons of cars were flooded around the city. And of course, the pumps have more than one power source, but we found out last time that what happened with turbine 4, and then the same thing happened again today, did contribute to the pump's inability to drain the city quickly enough. Now, we want to show you, this is another reminder, even though Claiborne and some of the other major streets in the city are doing fine, a lot of the smaller streets are not. So if you're heading home, we want to make sure that you know you should be very, very careful. This is State Street right here. It's looking better. Earlier, the water was above the sidewalk in most places, and it's very, very, it is looking a lot better now, but we just saw a car get towed out. It is still definitely flooded here. And whenever we were driving here, we saw a lot of streets in the city that looked really similar. So if you do have to head home tonight, definitely be careful. And as we've been saying, we will keep an eye on the rest of these streets that have been closed tonight and bring you updates as we see the water going down in these places. In uptown New Orleans, Rachel Hanley, WWL Louisiana. All
right, Rachel, thanks. It's nice when you look at the water behind you, it's kind of hard to see when it's dark. You never really know how deep it is. So kind of talk about, the levels of the depthness that people are having to deal with out there that you saw.
Well, earlier today, we just showed you State Street and how it's gone down a little bit, but earlier we saw a car coming towards us and the water was up to the grill of the car. So we still don't know whether any of the cars parked down there have been flooded, but I'm sure tomorrow morning we're going to start getting a lot of reports of that. And as far as Claiborne, we did see, as I said, some cars trying to get down earlier, and the water was maybe about to the top of their wheel wells. It was pretty deep, but now looking a lot better, as we said.
All right, thankfully so. Rachel, thanks.